watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here?
I think that's probably enough. It's very heavy.
I reckon that'll keep us going. What are you up to?
So I'm just sorting them into ones that are like super ripe and probably need to be eaten in the next day or two, and into ones that are probably a bit better for jam. So ones that are like medium ripeness to a little bit underripe.
Everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment.
Hey everybody!
Gotta lean down to get my hair in.
We've made our way back from the farm to the ye olde city apartment.
The farm. We're officially farm people
It's
now,
gonna be a
apparently.
farm. Maybe it's not a farm yet, but it will be. And we've brought back this bounty of apricots. We've brought back this bounty of apricots. And what are we making today?
We're gonna try make some jam for the first time, so that's pretty, well actually that's a lie. I tried one other time with blackberries and it was a bit of an epic fail. I made blackberry tar instead of blackberry jam.
It didn't go extremely well.
No.
But let's see how we go this time. So what have we got?
Apricots.
We've got a lot of apricots. We've got some lemons.
Look at the size of it. It's actually massive. Like, I don't know if that really shows on the camera, but it's huge. So cool. Basically, firstly, you just need to get all your fruit off the tree, which we did, and then drive it back to your house.
Your other house.
And then wash it and get all the bugs and stuff off if there is any. Turns out ladybugs really bloody love them in apricot, so there was like 50 ladybugs on these to get off, which was really cute. Yeah, so I just removed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we've already washed all of our apricots, and then now you just kind of want to like cut them in half and make sure that you get rid of any like little like blemishes or like if there's any like little bits of bruising and stuff. It turns out that apparently you kind of want a mixture of like just ripe and sort of underripe ones so that they actually set without having to use any extra like additives for setting and stuff like that. At least that's what the internet tells me.
The internet's always right.
Do you want a big knife or a little knife?
Big knife.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that.
These are new knives for us.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
And we've been dealing with terribly blunt knives for many, many years, so knock on wood, I don't do anything stupid, but if we look overly cautious, it's because we've got brand new knives.
So what we've done is we've actually weighed our bowl first so that we know how much it weighs, and then like you're meant to have 2.5 kilograms of fruit for this recipe, so we're just kind of gonna like check on it as we go. See how So you're gonna want to cut it down its little butt and just keep going around, and then you should just be able to pull it in half. Bam! And then take the seed out, put it away, and that looks pretty good. So you kind of want to check it if it's got any like bruising or anything like that on it, because that doesn't make the jam very good apparently. So this one looks pretty good. So this is what it looks like after I just took the seed out. And that's it. Now you put them in a bowl.
Did my first one.
She did one, woo!
And the seeds in the bin.
Yep. And then, yeah, maybe just cut out. I'm just being, what do you call it? Pedantic. And then, yeah, maybe if it's got like, see how it's got a bit of like brown patch on the top? Probably just cut that out as well.
So should we have a chinwag about the year that was just been and the new year, since it's the start of a new year?
Yeah, 2022.
I know. 21 was a crazy year for everybody, but we kicked a big goal.
We did. I think that there was obviously, you know, things about 2021 that really sucked balls, but I think in general we, you know, made the most of a bad situation, and luckily we were, you know, very, very lucky enough to keep working most of the time through COVID, and so that did actually allow us to save because we weren't able to go anywhere or do anything, so we didn't have a life to be going out spending money on and stuff. So that was one positive to come out of 2021.
So yeah, we managed to finally find the homestead we dreamed of.
Yeah.
That was a big goal that we kicked.
Yeah, that was, I would say that's like probably one of the biggest goals in our life, was to be able to actually get a house that was something we've wanted for years. So yeah, I feel like all of y'all millennials out there can probably sympathise with that.
If anyone hasn't seen the property, because this is your first video or you just haven't seen it, we'll link. There's an inside tour and an outside tour, so we'll link them in the description below so you can check it out. But hopefully this might be one of the last sitting down in this apartment doing things videos. Maybe we'll do more cooking in the kitchen up there is what I'm getting at.
I see. The house definitely needs a few things done to it before we probably are gonna live in it. But it's definitely, we really want to get that country life going as soon as possible. So hopefully you won't see too many more videos in this little shoebox apartment.
We've still been kicking on with our garden on the balcony down here. And it was going pretty well, considering we've not given it a great deal of attention, because obviously most of our attention's been up at the country property. But it was going really well until we went away for a week for Christmas, and inevitably that was the week where it was just about between 30 and 37 degrees every day.
Oh yeah, it was warm.
Yeah. So not a great deal of things survived. Our wisteria tree just yeah,
got annihilated.
It
basically
copped a beating, and this has happened before. I think it happened last Christmas as well, and has basically lost all of its leaves. They're just starting to fall off now. They all shriveled up, and we've given it lots of water since we've been back. But this happened last time as well, where it just loses it, and then it'll regrow leaves again another time for this season, hopefully, as it did last time. But it's just a bit sad to see, because we love the wisteria.
Yeah, it sort of makes us feel like we're bad plant mums whenever it gets this little like stage where it loses all its leaves and stuff.
We were having our most successful berries growing season this year, and they just all shriveled up as well.
And we're back.
If anyone noticed any terrible changes in direction there, I had to change the battery over on the camera because someone, it was me, assumed the battery was full and I hadn't checked.
It's like, that's what you usually say when I've done something stupid.
It was me.
Good.
A lot of this year is probably going to be about checking out what happens on the property at different times and through different weather zones and different seasons and stuff like that. That's going to be probably a big part of this year at the property. I'd like to start doing some infrastructure-y things.
Oh yes.
Like building beds and
plant beds.
Plant beds.
So, veggie beds.
Not people beds. Cool. Alright, how much are we looking at weight-wise now?
Alright, let's have a look, shall we?
2.5.
So is that?
That's 1 kilo. Because it was basically 1.5. The bowl was 1.5.
Oh, I thought you said it was 50.
1,500.
Right.
1,500 is also 1.5.
Yes, 15 grams probably is a little bit light for this bowl. Okay, so we've got a kilo.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have maybe like 1.5 kilos or something. So we'll have to reduce the other stuff just a little bit. Oh, totally thought I'd picked way too much fruit. Turns out I haven't picked enough. Oh well.
I think that when you're making sauces and jams and stuff, it always boils down heaps more than you think it's going to.
Well, yeah, because it was 2.5 kilos of prepared fruit. So that's after taking out all of the seeds and stuff, I guess. So yeah, get more fruit than you think you need apparently. Takeaway there. Jolly good. Alright, shall we see how much we have in total?
Yep. $1.65 kilo.
1.65 kilos. So
the easiest way to do this is going to be to figure out how much per kilogram is required. Alright. So basically what I've done is the recipe calls for 2.5 kilos of apricots. So the easiest way to do it is that I've just gone, all right, if there was 1 kilo of apricots, how much would we really need? All right, so it's basically 40.
So 2/3? 2/3.
Sure.
Of a quarter of a cup.
I don't know how much cup. I don't know cup to mils. Maths, be gone. Is that all the maths we need? Do we need more maths?
We need some for the sugar as well.
All right, let's figure that out before I put all this away.
So for the 2.5 kilos of apricots, we need a 1.8 kilo of sugar. That's a lot of sugar.
Mathematics.
Alrighty, jolly good.
One of us is a carpenter.
Whatever.
Do you remember when you were at school and they say, all these maths, like Pythagoras' theorem, and you're like, I am never going to use this in real life.
That's really satisfying to look in there.
I use those all the time.
So now I'm cutting my lemons up. I don't have one of those fancy like things, so I'm just gonna hope it doesn't go in my eye.
It'll probably go in my eye.
These are good lemons. These are off our tree at the farm as well, so just quietly. It's going in. And then we just need some water. So I'm going to take this over to the kitchen where the water is.
Sounds good. Looks like we're done in this portion of the world, so we'll head on over into the kitchen.
So we're over in the kitchen now. We've got our apricots, our lemon juice, and our water in the pot. And we're just meant to just give this a bit of a stir occasionally till it starts to simmer. And then we cover it and just let the fruit soften up. Needs smell-o-vision.
No, it smells really good.
So now that our cute little apricots are simmering away in their pot, we've just put a lid on to stop all of the water and stuff evaporating out, because otherwise they'll probably get dry and gloggy. And while that's happening, I'm just going to get the sugar ready for a bit of these.
Alright, so what's the next step now?
So now that our little apricots, that's getting quite hot now, you might want to just, now our apricots are soft and fairly well like starting to sort of like get smushy, we're ready to put in our 50 billion grams of sugar. Ready?
Yep. It's already condensed down so much since we just tipped it. It looked like snow covering the entire thing when we tipped it in.
Starting to get a little jammy on the end of this thing, so that's a pretty good sign. So we've got all of our sugar dissolved now, so we need to increase it up to a boil so that it gets rid of all the liquid now. It's nearly jam.
And they reckon that this process should take about 20 minutes of boiling.
And And apparently the jam gets very needy around this time, so you have to stay and like give it your constant attention apparently.
It looks so liquidy now.
It does, doesn't it? It's crazy how much liquid that produced. How does that happen? Science.
What do you reckon? We reckon it's probably there?
I reckon we probably could test it.
How do you test it?
So, there. You put plates in the freezer, like before you start, which we did, and then you put a tiny little bit on one of the cold plates, and then it should hopefully set after it cools down a little bit. So I'm just going to put it over here.
So how long is that gonna...
So you let that chill there for like a minute, and then when you push your finger through it, if it wrinkles, that means it's ready. So I'm just going to put the jars in the oven for a little minute just so that they are hot when I go to put in the jam, otherwise the glass can crack. Oh yeah. Yeah, see it's wrinkling? Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, that's good. It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
Just giving the jars a little bit of a wipe.
Cause I made a mess.
Such a messy person.
Yep.
And then that's it.
That's it. That's our very first jam that we actually, well, it's not my first jam, but it's my first successful jam.
2.5 equals 24 mils per one kilogram equals